What a win for the Seattle Seahawks last night over the Dallas Cowboys. Tyler Jones here with your next day recap as we break down your winners and losers from last night's performance as the Seahawks advanced to 2-0 in the preseason. 22-14 was the final score. All three quarterbacks played well, including Drew Lock, who was 5 of 6 for 119 yards through the air. SaRodrick Thompson led the way rushing for Seattle with 11 carries, 50 yards, and a touchdown. More on him later. Jaxon Smith-Njigba was just fantastic as well with 3 catches for 58 yards in the Seahawks win as the Seahawks were just so good finishing things off against the Dallas Cowboys to get the job done. Let's start with JSN on our winners list. JSN, I got to tell you, is coming into his own and just looks the part. The thing that we were told about JSN when the Seahawks picked him and what his role would be in 2023 was that he would step in and be the number 3 receiver in the slot and that he would be significantly behind Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf, but that he would be progressing towards the right direction. And the more I watch JSN play, the more I'm convinced that he's going to be right up there closer to DK and Tyler Lockett, that he's going to put up statistics maybe even similar to those guys. And from what I've seen from Jaxon Smith-Njigba, he looks like one of the most talented rookies I've ever seen wear the Seahawks uniform. It is incredible what we've seen from JSN. And the best part about it all, the best is still yet to come with JSN. Against Dallas, 3 catches, 58 yards, close to 28 yards of reception. Smith-Njigba was amazing, and I cannot wait to see what else he has in store for 2023. I want to know, who was your biggest winner against the Dallas Cowboys on Saturday night? A lot of guys to choose from. Weigh in. Tell me in the comments section who your biggest winner was. Let us know in the comments section. Folks, sub for dubs. If you enjoyed that Seahawks win, there are more along the way, and the best way I can think to celebrate that Seahawks victory is subscribing to the channel, which is absolutely 100% positively free. Doesn't cost you a thing to subscribe to Seahawks Today. We had a wonderful time on our watch party last night. Myself, Tyler Smith, Smitty, we were live on air for the entire game right here on the channel, reacting to it in real time. We had a great time interacting with all of our Seahawks Today viewers, and we're going to do that all throughout the season. So if you missed last night's watch party, no need to fear. There's another watch party very near here in the next few days, as well as all season long. Sub for dubs. Join us on the channel. You'll be glad you did as we try to reach 39,500 subscribers, our next milestone. Can we get there? I believe we can. Join the family. Subscribe now for free today. To the loser list we go. This is where we find DeeJay Dallas as our first name on the list. DeeJay Dallas, I know he got a touchdown run, but left a lot to be desired. There was other guys that played significantly better than DeeJay Dallas. And I said, look at this running back room, the way things are going for Seattle. You know, you got Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet and Kenny McIntosh, and then the way Thompson played, the way he stepped to the table. I'm wondering, I'm starting to ask myself, what does DeeJay Dallas even bring to the Seahawks at this point? What does he bring to the table that these other running backs don't? Do you really need DeeJay Dallas? I mean, I'm starting to question that. Like, what purpose, what role does he serve when there's better options than what he does? I was a defender of DeeJay Dallas for quite some time, but based on what I've seen so far throughout this preseason and camp, I think the Seahawks could be much better off with other potential options they could do than DeeJay Dallas. So DeeJay Dallas, maybe his days are numbered. We'll see. But DeeJay Dallas did not impress. I know he had a touchdown, but his yards per carry was not good. Another winner. Can't talk Seahawks without talking Jake Bobo. Bobo, once again, was terrific. And in my book, he earned a spot on this 53-man roster. And it wasn't just what he did in the receiving game, but also on special teams as well. With the fumble recovery there in the safety situation, he was just great. With 2 catches, 43 yards. I really loved what I saw from Jake Bobo. And with Bobo, I think that you're going to see a guy that just gives so much effort. He's not the fastest guy in the world. He's not the most athletic guy in the world. But the enthusiasm that he plays with, the emotion that he plays with, how excited he is to be out there and making his teammates better. You can see the guys around him are thrilled to have him out there. I love Jake Bobo, and I think it'd be criminal at this point to leave him off the 53-man roster. He's earned it. He should be there. I am all in on Jake Bobo making the 53-man roster for your Seattle Seahawks. To the loser list we go. Mike Jackson. Man, there was so much hype about Mike Jackson throughout this offseason. Pete Carroll said he was the MVP of the offseason with what he did in OTAs, mini camp, and all that. And then tonight, with no Devin Witherspoon, it was all about Mike Jackson, right? A chance to prove himself, getting that started outside corner to show that everything that we had talked about throughout this offseason. And Mike Jackson got burned. And I'm not just saying like, a casual burn. No. He got fried. He got cooked up by the Cowboys in Cooper Rush. Not even Dak, okay? He got cooked up. It was a major letdown. And I think before tonight, it was already a foregone conclusion. Mike Jackson would hold on to his starting corner spot on the outside. Devin Witherspoon would be the starting nickel. And I think everybody was okay with that. That was just how it was going to be. And maybe Devin Witherspoon would work his way to be a starting outside corner later on in the season. But after tonight, I'm sitting here saying to myself, I don't know, Jim. Maybe we ought to look at Devin Witherspoon starting at that outside corner spot because Mike Jackson, it was rough. It was not pleasant. I hope things are better, but we'll see. Who was Seattle's biggest loser against Dallas? We've given you a few names. There's others. I know it was a win, but not everything's perfect. Give me a loser for the Seattle Seahawks against the Dallas Cowboys. Name them. Be honest with me in the comment section. Let me know. All right, the moment you've all been waiting for. SaRodrick Thompson at the running back position is a winner tonight. And if I were John Schneider and Pete Carroll, I would be very tempted to keep this guy on the roster instead of DeeJay Dallas because he was terrific. 11 carries for 50 yards and a touchdown. The athleticism was showing. The speed was all there. Watch out. I really like what Thompson brings to the table potentially. He's got the moves. He's got the moves like Jagger, I would be very tempted to see what he can bring to the table and if he ultimately is a contender to make this roster or not. Watch out. That was a sneaky good signing by the Seahawks to bring him in a few weeks ago. He showed up and showed out. I was certainly impressed. The last loser on this list, we're going to go with Mr. Young himself. And the stat sheet, it was empty. It was, what do they call that, a skunk? No catches, no yards. And, this was a night full of donuts, as they say. It wasn't a good night when other guys that he's going to be competing for playing time with showed out, like Bobo and Smith-Njigba and others here. Now, Young probably not in danger to miss the roster as he's got a significant role on special teams and everything here. But, if you're Young, you want to be fighting for playing time as a receiver and be out there. And you got showed up by other guys tonight while you did nothing. That's not the best of looks there. Last winner on the list, we're going to go with Tyreke Smith, the outside linebacker. And we didn't see much of Smith last year. Remember, the Seahawks drafted him out of the Ohio State, and this was kind of his coming out party of sorts, if you want to call it that, as he was definitely a stat sheet stuffer with 8 tackles, 1 sack, 2 tackles for loss, a QB hit. It was a breakout performance. And you look at what the Seahawks have to offer at that outside linebacker spot. There is a ton of depth. Most teams would probably be pretty pleased to start Darrell Taylor opposite of Uchenna Nwosu, but it looks like it's going to be Boye Mafe, who was also good tonight. And then Derek Hall, of course, has looked good throughout camp in the preseason. Now Smith, you got plenty of options at that outside linebacker spot. The Seahawks, that is a position of strength for them. They have plenty of options there. Look out. That is a fun group to say the least. One honorable mention. I got to shout out my boy Trey Brown. Boomer Sooner. Heck of a night. Five tackles. He had an interception, tackle for loss, pass breakup. It was one of the best nights we've seen Trey Brown in a Seahawks uniform as well. I liked what I saw from him. Trey Brown making a case for significant playing time as well. Great the Seahawks' performance against the Dallas Cowboys. What do you think of what they did? A, B, C, D, or F? Put a grade on it for me. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Folks, subscribe to the channel. We'll keep you posted on your Seattle Seahawks all week long with more news and rumors, updates, what's going on your favorite team. Got another watch party coming up here in the next few days. Stay tuned for that. We'll see you next time here on Seahawks Today.